you don't really know how, then this thing comes into view. A contest called IGOW2 in a park out in the sun. We'll be flying, having fun, and you'll do some tricks that you only dreamed you could do. Now we're ripping packs together, power loops, Maddie flips forever. I'll never fear that dive again. IGOW, I'll never fear that dive again. IGOW, IGOW.
Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the ball? It can be anywhere, at any height we'll find we're really tall. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish I could make you split. Does it have to be an orbit? Yes, it has to be an orbit. Okay, I'll try. Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the peak? I think this trick is overdue. I started scrolling through the Reddit for the week. It gets a little lonely on these packs, just watching my wood push down. I think I got an orbit. I got an orbit. Okay, let's fly. Okay, let's fly.
It's cheating!
Really?
I've been waiting for you.
you ready?
From IGOW2.
Wrong screen. Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome to IGOW2. What wrong screen?
Why are you on this screen?
Just because I see the chat. You don't have the chat up. What's up, everyone? Hey, Callisto.
Do you have them by
Hey, Mike.
coming out of the right place?
So we are what?
So do you have the sound
Yeah.
coming out of the right place? Okay.
We are on, unless it changed from the other one to this one.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, that's good. Okay.
That's how we fix
We are doing the
that.
TLDR stream for week number 15. That was the Mini UTT. And let's just go over the players list real quick. So 38 players were safe and 37 got letters. That leaves us with 65 players remaining and 21 players with a clean slate. Last week we had 12 whoop outs.
Oh, well, thank you, Clover.
12 whoop outs and only two of people that submitted videos. So we watch those first, as we typically do. Now that we're starting to have people whoop out that have been in for a while. And let's go over some other housekeeping too. So it was brought to my attention that a couple people didn't space their gates out enough. So if your gates were not spaced out properly, you got a 1 second per lap penalty. So that was Pinot and Vanadium here, but that's just kind of pushed them into a different spot of the green area, so they were still safe. And the prizes, Dan Carpy won week 14, which we announced at the beginning of the stream.
What up,
Congratulations to Dan Carpy. Here's his
Hi, Callisto.
winning panel. And Akira was in second, and Buster Hawk in third. So you can check that out here on the judges panel.
Guys.
And the winners of the big prizes for the random giveaways were A-Bear won the Crazy BX that we recycled from week 5. Rock FPV won the set of 0802 motors, and Hairflow Flight won the Speedybee adapter too. You can always check out the prize list to see all the prizes, and here's the people that won the smaller prizes. We've gotten most of them sent out now, as you can see, mostly greens. A couple light oranges here because we are slacking on those ones. And what's coming up next. Alright. So, week 15, as we all know, was the Mini UTT. And the winner of the week was the fastest player that was still active in IGOW. And that was Agilis. But we also had a submission from AK, who was whooped out in, week 7 or something?
7 or 8.
Yeah, but he is a big racer and one of the fastest whoop pilots in the world. So he submitted a video this week as well. And Agilis and AK had a very similar time, about a second apart. So I put them head to head so we can check that out now.
Hey, Robert.
Agilis didn't have the text on his YouTube video, I noticed. And that's the one I had to download. Remember he was talking to the cat in the text?
Can you turn down your headphones if you feel the need to yell at me?
White thrives in shadow.
Sorry. Forgot that. So for the first lap, they're almost in sync. It's almost a mirror. Basically the same time. Same with the second lap. And then here on the third lap, AK pulls a little bit ahead. Still insanely tight tracks. You can see by both of them. Agilus is just a second away from the finish when AK finishes.
Crazy fast, the
Very
both of
impressive.
them.
Right around 5-second average for both of them. AK just under 5 seconds. Agilus just over 5 seconds.
Right? I'm like, it's less than a second difference. That's nuts. I can't wait to see you guys flying at Whooptopia. It's gonna be great.
All right. So, okay, that was just
I guess as long as the entire world doesn't get shut down before then.
And then our cutoff time was approximately, what was it, 45 seconds?
About 45 seconds.
We got
yes.
3 people in the 45 seconds and 1 person in the high 44s. So I put them all together in a 4-way cutoff so we could see and make sure that it was actually correct, the times that they put down. And they were all basically in it with within a couple tenths of a second, just based on when you start and stop. So I had slightly different timing than everyone. So very different styles, but all of them you see here, not in sync at all, even though everyone's pretty close on the first lap. By the second lap, Oracle's pulled ahead, and Awesome, Bass, and Sylph are all pretty equal. But then the third lap, Awesome puts down at 8.18, which is the fastest lap of anyone on this whole thing. And that really set him ahead. And then he just kept a slight edge above Bass and Sylph to the finish. By what? 0.63?
So close.
So close. So let's look at the end times again. So yes, Oracle had a 44.62 and Awesome had a 45.20. So then everyone below 45.20 received a letter. That was Sylph, the closest, 45.83, and Bass
And
right after that.
technically it's everybody
45.
above 45.
You're right. Above in number, below in speed.
Yes.
Alright. Good job to everyone on that first mini UTT. Lots of really close times. So now let's go over some honorable mentions. And first, that's right, we say goodbye to Cyberbee and Egghead. Let's take a quick look at their videos. They both made it all the way here to week number 15.
That is amazing,
before
guys.
being eliminated. Cyberbee, let's see what times they got. Cyberbee got a 60 and Egghead got a 54. So Cyberbee was about 15 seconds behind and Egghead 10 seconds behind the cutoff. Oops, I'm on the wrong thing. So that's like 2 or 3 seconds a lap, not much. Real close. So thank you for participating, Cyberbee. You are our first IGOW player from South America. And you definitely did the best of the South American entrants. So you can say you're the South American IGOW champion. Right?
Good.
Yep, there you go. Alright. Thank you, Cyberbee.
Gracias.
Alright, and next was Egghead. That's
Even though you
Travis
don't speak
Muskoff.
Portuguese.
And he came in with a 54.
That's right, they used the pool in their garage. So smart right there.
Egghead participated in season 1 as well. Made it pretty far also. And another great showing here for our youngest player in season number 1 and our
Youngest remaining player at this point.
furthest making it youngest player? I don't know. He was what, the 3rd youngest player to start the season?
Yeah.
And he made it much further than the other 2. And the kid's under 10. But Egghead's over 10 now, right?
Now he's 11, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, great job from Egghead. Thank you for participating again. Finished basically
What's up, my skittums?
in
Come here.
what, like 66th place or so? Good job to Egghead and Cyberbee.
I
All right.
probably shouldn't let you lick me with your nasty butt.
Next, we have a bunch of honorable mentions that I just opened up quickly because we just got the stream set up in the last minute, and I didn't really have a chance to like put them together like I normally do. So I forget. I think Spit was.
Yeah, I came walking out after doing my hair and getting ready, and he's sitting
I
there
was
in
wondering
his robe.
why you were getting ready. I
Right,
was
he's
like, why
in his
is
robe.
she's sour?
He had Tiny Whoop Go on.
I was
I'm
about
like,
to
what
take
are
down
you
Jeffrey
doing?
Stein on the new Towers course. I was all ready to like grind it up a little bit.
He just like completely forgot what day it was.
I think I forget why Spit got an honorable mention. I think because he included the Tiny Whoop Go or the Velocidrone stuff. Also.
That was exactly why you had given him the honorable mention at the time.
He flew basically the same line now that I'm watching it quickly. Hey, ow, jump up. Jump. Oh. We've got animals everywhere. Look at him, man.
Great
Alright.
job, Spit.
Great job there from Spit.
Oh my god, you guys, I attempted the track. I've not really flown in real life this whole COVID. Once in a while, and it's usually outside, so it's like I don't have to be like super precise. I thought I was going to break my whoop trying to fly through these gates.
You even make it through?
No, I did it after a few batteries, but like I'm so accustomed to flying on the drone and like just going for it like as hard as I can go. So I'm like full throttle the whole time. Like it just then going back to like real life, it was just like, whoa, yeah, hold on.
Alright, our next honorable mention was Flightning, and he had some nice like exterior views to start his video off, and then I also like the way he made his gates where it was super obvious which side you were going through, and it almost looked like a sim because the gate is white, and then when he flips to the other side where he's supposed to go through, it turns green, and then he goes through it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like having gate indicators in Velocidrome. It's great.
I like the starting music. Oh, and then he also has a cool thing at the end that we couldn't figure out, remember? I think that was that him or was that Mike? We'll see. Where the camera was moving and someone was like, put it on the fan.
Yeah.
So, Lightning also, yeah, it was him. So then he had this clip here. Maybe it is on the fan. Okay, now that actually makes sense. It says, well, is it though?
Yeah, it's just that the pole doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, and the way it passes the pole just makes it look like that.
Very cool extra shots there from Flightning. Again, the honorable mention. Alright, next up we had Rue, and Rue was very fast and also was, I think, definitely the only person that did it in acro and angle, at least that showed it in their video. So Rue started off in acro mode, you can see her. Here she's in air. And what did she get in? Acro. Super smooth laps. 33.28. So super fast, even in acro. And then she switches back to stable here, or angle. And I believe she was a few seconds faster. Yep, 30.52. So almost 3 seconds faster in angle, even though she'd been flying a ton of acro, because she just did the champs thing the week before this. Great job by Rue. Very cool, showing both flying styles or whatever. Alright, next up we've got Buster Hawk. Let's see what Buster Hawk's video was. Oh, Buster Hawk had a bunch of extra freestyle, that's right. He had a cool little Mario Kart start, and then after his laps, we got a bunch of extra freestyle. Nice little backwards track there. Whip around the pole. And then he's got this cool like sunroof area that's perfect for this. Little Maverick loop. Another split S. Power loop. There, you got the split S to power loop that time. Cleanly. Power loop. Oh, down through the gate. Nice extra freestyle there from Tristan. Alright, next up we have Callisto. That's Josh. And Josh didn't have any extras really, but his setup here is really nice and clean. And I like how he combined all the elements together in a nice package. He's got the exterior view up here in the top corner, synced up perfectly with the DVR view, and then he's made this nice like overlay, looks kind of like a phone screen or something, where he has got his times up at the top and his name there. Very nice. Makes it super easy to see. So great job by Josh there. Always cool to see the exterior view synced up. Oh yeah, and then the before and after. Nice little before and after clip.
Putting in some hard work to get those times. That's what that is.
Alright. Next up, we've got Spectre. That's Robert Teal. Oh, and Spectre got the honorable mention because he did a similar thing where he has the exterior view synced up with the FPV in this fashion. It's not quite as clean as Callisto's, but still the same basic idea. Great job. Do we have extras from Robert? No particular. We got the times at the end. Great job there from Spectre. Always nice to get a little extra effort on these ones. Alright. Wait. Do we have? Remember there was one more like that. That doesn't look like I opened it.
Slacking.
Yeah, but I can just remember in my head because I have such good regular recall.
Whatever.
I was like, didn't Abe do the same thing? Oh, wait. Now I even remember that it was in the comment, not in that one. Look at this. Ironclad brain over here.
Well, you're very welcome, Spectre.
So Abe with a similar
You've never done racing before, or just the first time trying a UTT?
You should come race at the Seattle multi if you ever start racing again. Anyway, Abe does the same idea.
In Spokane.
Oh.
You always
Who's
and
the
say,
one
Robert can come do this, so why doesn't
who's the
Spectre come? And I'm
Seattle
like,
one?
he's in Spokane.
Well, there's one person in Seattle. Who's that?
I don't think he's in the
That we
competition
didn't
anymore.
know. Oh. Anyway, so I was saying that Abe did the opposite view, where he had the exterior view as his big view, and then the FPV view is the small one. And I like how he has his phone set up here. as the timer, and then he takes a picture of it as he passes through. You can see right when he's in the gate. And then the time of each lap, which is a perfect way to do it.
Alright. Very, very nice. Oh, first time racing and doing an outside view. Wow.
Nice.
Well, very nice.
Work, Abe. Alright, our next honorable mention was Jason Sutter. That's awesome. And he had a cool I like this first lap. He does like a freestyle lap. Goes through, does a loop there. After doing a sport S. Does a little fancy backwards flawless lines. And then we saw Jason's clip of him actually racing before in the four-way. Remember he had that
Alexa, stop.
fast third lap. So extras at the end as well. So great job there by Jason, just barely surviving the slowest time that did not receive a letter. Alright, next up we have someone else who's never raced before, and that was Heads, Colin Heads Flynn. He made a little edit about that.
And welcome back to IGOW2. Field reporter Dan here to introduce Weekly Challenge number 15, the Happymodel Speedybee Mini UTT.
So Colin says he's never raced in his life, and he hasn't flown angle mode since he started learning to fly.
This is the worst.
And he only has one day.
You got it! It's fine!
Tosses in the Sonic music. So, nice laps here from Colin. I think he has a little bit at the end. The exterior view of his fastest lap, yep.
OG 6.66. Heads 8.46. Heads 6.66.
So you can see him and OG Dr. Love were flying together. And
Oh,
that brings
and
us...
Happy birthday, OG Dr. Love. I saw that your birthday was yesterday. It was also my brother and my niece's birthday yesterday.
Nice. Happy birthday, OG Dr. Love. So, and that's who we're going to now. OG Dr. Love.
6.66.
So, flying on the same track with Colin. You can see OG Dr. Love, though, a seasoned racer. He's got those race lines down. And accordingly, he put down one of the faster times with what, like something like 30 seconds, I believe. Yep. Well, and then I think that we get to see a head of the claw collision right after here. Oh! Oops, smash. Let's see if we can see that better in slow motion. Can you actually see the other move? No, he gets hit from behind, probably.
Very nice.
All right. Collision, something we haven't had to deal with in roof racing in a long time. It's only
Right?
All right, our next honorable mention was Side, and we think Side did this one here in Acro, and then also we were super impressed by how close his pole was to the couch, and he still like didn't even phase him. Like he's so close to it every time anyway. Very
Good
tight
job.
lines. Similar lines to like Agilis and AK, just not quite as much speed, but like nice tight spinny loop things up in the corners of the gates. That's right, and then he goes disco right at the end when he finishes. Boom. That's cool. Like that little switch. Whoop! Slide always likes to toss a little thing right at the end of his video. Alright. Let's see. Next we have our second fastest active time, and that was Daylight FPV. Daniel Daylight. Coming in just behind Agilus by about 2 seconds. I believe he had a 27 something. So actually 1.5 seconds behind Agilus. Very nice there from Daylight. Super smooth lines, as per usual. And our most honorable of all mentions is... You alright? Fly Crash Bill.
It gets to me, man.
That's Eric, and I saw...
Did he comment or anything?
He emailed me and said what happened. Oh, look at this. Mike Drennan, our new patron. Whoa!
Well, thank you, Mike.
Thank you for joining as a Patreon, Mike, especially such a big level. All right. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. We were looking for wrong direction. It says, hi, Dan. I rewatched the stream and saw what you guys said, and let you know what happened with my wrong route. I guess you misunderstood the rules. Because it could be flown in any line as long as you go through the correct direction. This made me think it was part of the challenge and people had to come up with their own fastest line through the gates. I thought the gates were just numbered so that you could show there was 6 elements, because nowhere in your video did you say that it had to be in number order. I might not have, just because I figured that was so obvious that because it was a mini UTT, I didn't think I had to explain that.
Yeah.
Just said it had to be in order, the correct direction. Or I didn't say that it had to be in order. It says it's the engineer in him that thought it would be the fastest path.
That any line.
Yes, unfortunately, we're gonna have to give you a letter.
Yeah, it was super. I mean, that was.
Well, as we'll see in a second, if you don't understand what we're talking
about.
Yeah,
I mean. It totally makes sense, because we thought about it during it, and we're just well, he did say any line, and I was just what the heck?
I don't say...
Even Robert said that's what I thought at first too, was could you come up with the best line?
Yeah, but line typically means just which way you turn to go through that
right,
gate,
but if you're not, but if you don't race,
yeah, that's
and it's
true.
it's not something that you do. Then
I would call that that's a different path.
Yeah, but then it's not a term that you've heard before. You're not thinking about how what's the best line through,
yeah,
how do they take their line?
Yeah, but he doesn't pass through the gates backwards, as we'll see here. He does not pass through any of the gates backwards at any point. He passes through them all the correct direction. So he passes through. See that one? He comes through this way, which you would if you had gone through and then come around. So he passes through everyone in the correct direction. He goes around the pole in the correct direction, and he never goes backwards through any of the gates. So technically, he doesn't violate any of the rules. It's just not quite right the same order.
Yeah. And he was just finding the quickest way through it.
He doesn't go through any extra gates either. It's not like he doubles up any of them. He just goes he goes the last gate, 4, 3, then 1, then pole, then 2, last.
I feel it's just he created a new course.
He did just make a new course.
But I'm saying that could be used in future.
It's a nice flowy track too. It looks like you got a slalom there. The only problem is there's not really a right turn. maybe a little bit of a right turn right here, but the rest of the whole track is all laps. Which is not.
My name is Jeff.
I know. I wanted to be like, oh, maybe we have to give him a pass because he technically didn't maybe break the rules of the way you interpret it.
Right. It was A.
But no, couldn't do that.
He figured out something.
I wanted to give Daylight a letter last season because he built a mirror of one of the tracks.
Yeah.
Like he built a mirror image of it.
It should have been built in like an L shape, and he built it in like a J shape.
Yep. And he tried to claim it was the same, and I was like, But everyone else said it was fine, so this is even more extreme than that. But I like the thinking. I like that someone like just did it their own way. Maybe you should have had a backup of the way that everybody else did it, though. All right. So next up, we have our top. How many videos was it? 6? I think we had 6 videos, and 3 of them were actually people that got letters, but were in the top video because technically the winner of the week is Agilis. He has already won, but this top video this week is for the other Speedybee 2 adapter.
Yep, and we're doing it based on Best edit.
So as you can see here, with a little peek behind the scenes with the judges video, I tell them, is this the wrong one? This is week 14. Cool. So I was like, wait, didn't I warn them not to break it based on speed? Week 15 judges video. It's this one, right? Yes. Alright. There. So I say this week is not about judging on speed. Judging for best edit for this bonus prize here. So first up, we've got Clover FPV.
It started with VR. Then Mid-Ohio. Finishing at the Nürburgring. And now, my toughest challenge yet with IGOW2.
So Clover also has the setup that we've seen many people do with the DVR and the exterior view. And I like how he's using a chair as his start-finish gate. But of course the this is about the edit, and that was for his beginning part there where he showed off all his race stuff. So let's watch that one more time real quick. So if you didn't know, which I didn't know, Mike races cars in real life.
Mid-Ohio.
Oh, I didn't quite get that.
It started with VR. Then Mid-Ohio.
So I'm assuming these are some of the cars he races.
Finishing at the Nürburgring.
Where are we playing it again?
Now,
Just because instead of playing the whole, like, just watching him race, we'll watch the beginning. Because it's about the edit.
Mm-hmm.
So great job there from Clover. I particularly like that part right here where he's got the racing helmet on and he goes to put his goggles on. And it's like, click!
toughest challenge yet with IGOW2.
Anyway, okay. Next up we have average FPV.
I'm racing in an international drone competition.
22
Bubble.
So same thing with Sam's there. He has a really fun start for his edit, which got him into the top videos. He did a perception versus reality thing, which It's super fun.
Mike
always.
said after this week he thinks that he'll just stick to cars.
And as you can see, he put together like he was like people think he's racing in DRL, but then I really like his like real edit where he's like taping Coke bottles to hold up his gates. And then he made
So
himself
good.
a stuffed animal stands too. If he did.
22.
Van over. You should have changed it to average also.
Oh yeah. If you guys hadn't already heard, and if you're coming, Vanover will be at Whooptopia in February.
Yeah. Oh, it's too hard because it's so small. I was gonna say Sam is using my mount that I sent him. I 3D printed that, I think.
It does look like
It
one
does
of your
look like
mounts.
one of the ones I printed. All right. Great job, Sam. Sam also, like Mike, received a letter but is in the running for the prize here because of his extra effort.
Oh, yeah.
Sam got what? A 55.
Hey, you know, he may not be the fastest pilot, but he's one hell of a freestyle pilot.
Yeah. And next up we have N-Guy, who also had a super fun edit, but was on the receiving end of a letter this week. So let's check out his edit.
Are you ready for takeoff? N-Guy ready for takeoff. Takeoff ready. In 1, 2, 3, go.
Now that I know the behind the scenes, I'm like,
Yeah.
now I notice the guy behind him.
So I'm not sure, did he just loop the clip over and over again, or did they film like a full like minute of this? Of him going like this? Or is it a loop? I can't really tell.
Right, I don't know. I guess does he have the hand go up again? That'll determine whether or not it's the loop.
Oh, it went up again. The smoke is particularly effective. And then that was super fun, but really topped it off here is this. Behind the scenes.
Was that with an Osmo or a GoPro?
Yeah, hanging on a stick and then blowing vape smoke from behind.
So good.
Great video there from N-Guy. Made the whole thing entertaining. Alright, next up we've got Dan Carpy, who was super fast, so he had more time to make extra edit, and he made kind of like a, what I described like a Casey Neistat type edit, where he shows himself like setting up the course from a bunch of different angles.
Right.
Oh yeah, this was fun. Oh, I forgot that he also had the Tiny Boop Go time in the track, where he was only 0.01 seconds behind Danielle.
Which
for
was
the top.
crazy.
I like this move what he kind of does here. He kind of like...
Which just makes me
He
excited to
dips
see
back.
Daniel at freaking Whooptopia also.
This edit here. So kind of a time lapse of him pulling the car out, then the behind the car view.
I love that his license plate is carbs.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, the blimp cam view, like in Tiny Whoop.
Callisto, if you're still here, there is a question about, oh, there we go, at what DVR you use.
Yeah, Callisto's video always looks nice and clean. So, and Dan also put him down. I think he got like a 30-ish second time. I think he was actually one of the sub-30s, right? 27 or 29 something. Yep.
29.17.
Nice job by Dan. All right, our next edit is from Duke Hyper. That's Stefan. He did a cool thing where there's two Stefans that come into the screen.
Last video you were asking about.
Oh yeah, and he
gates,
talks about his cool
and,
gates.
I just wanted to show them to you. They are made of these parts.
Which are freaking awesome that you can just like.
And I like that he made like a
Connect your
screen on the
games.
wall too. I didn't even
Forums
notice
you
that.
like. There are some designs on Thingiverse, and yeah, this is what I'm using for my racing and for my IGO thingies. And hey dude, what are you talking? What? Now go to the racetrack. Get your fingers on the remote.
Get your fingers on the remote.
So then, also a cool setup, he's got a steer camera looking at a screen and then with a timer next to it. Good way to verify the times. And I believe Duke survived, right? Yep, a 43, so just under that 45.2 time, that was the cutoff. Great work from Duke. Alright, and our last edit of the week is from Barrett's Builds, and that is Human versus Robot.
Welcome to this epic human versus robot battle. In this case, we have a particularly small unit.
That's
and a
right,
tiny
his
robot.
daughter. Oh,
Let's see if I can do
so
5
cute.
laps with the borrowed Mobile 6 before Senna can do 1 lap. Since she's a little less track ready than the Mobile 6, we'll speed up her footage to 200%. So even if I lose, I can say that she had an unfair advantage.
Almost took a wrong gate there. Back on track. Yay.
Don't say that.
So Barrett was even closer there, just barely surviving. He was at 44, like low 44s. So I checked the people, all the people with 44s too, and the people above with the closest other had 47s, and those were all accurate. So the cutoff. Barrett survives the cutoff. That's like 4 weeks for him now as a woo. Trying to be the longest living woo.
Living that woo life. I'm gonna have to make a special shirt just for Barrett. About living the woo life. I've
That's
talked
1,
about it
2,
since season 1, but
3,
nobody's really ever lasted
4.
more than like a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Well, he made it 4 weeks, and then Ken. How long did Ken?
This
make?
is the first time, even during
Cat this season. made it 2 seconds.
isolation games. You earned your letters.
Yeah, Cat made it 4 weeks
Differently.
too. So he's at equal with Barrett right now.
Yeah.
Cat got his 4th letter in week 5, and then he made 6.
I'm gonna have to come up with a living the woo life design.
So if Barrett can get this dive gate, he will officially be the longest woo of all time.
Yep.
Can Barrett get the dive gate? Tune in. Same bat channel.
Same bat time.
No, it's a different bat time because it's the weekend stream.
Oh, sure, it's the weekend stream.
But it's the same channel. All right. That was everything, right?
Ooh, only 21 clean slates left, y'all.
We'll have the winner of those videos. Oh wait, what am I doing?
What?
I didn't show off the extra video.
Oh.
And the one extra video we have this week. Changes to service. Okay, that's not a video. Is this cool video I saw from
3004 or something?
I don't remember the guy's name.
JSFPV?
Yeah.
Japanese or
he's
Korean?
Japanese, I believe.
Well, it does say a big hole in Korea, so maybe
anyway,
Korean.
This is one of the sweetest FPV freestyle videos I've seen
Oh
in a
yeah,
while.
I remember you showing me
There's
this.
some really cool dives in here, so we'll watch this as we end the stream. Super cool dive to start it off, but this whole building is just such a cool bando. Obviously not Luke footage, but you know. crazy, like,
I mean,
must have been an apartment building or something, maybe an office building, but it has like a hole right down the middle of it.
As much as I want to make a 100% dedicated Whoop community spotlight, there's just really awesome larger drone videos. This would be this awesome. Yes.
You could do this with a Whoop.
You could do this with a Whoop?
Yeah, why not?
I guess it's true.
Wouldn't be as bad.
I guess I just feel it's because my Whoops all suck and my reception on them sucks. I can barely stand in the front yard and go to the backyard without it screaming at me that telemetry is lost and signal is down and all those other fun jazzes, let alone could I dive inside of a building.
That's pretty cool. He did like an inverted orbit up it.
Hey, Brandon!
Anyway, obviously I like this video because there's lots of cool dives.
You know Danny loves his dives.
Kept going for that power, like you never quite got it. Oh.
Did he cut there or did he just barely miss it?
No, he cut. He smashed directly into that. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's more.
The inside dive. Then there's a bunch of crashes. If he somehow made it out of this, it would be awesome. I think he gets stuck on the roof at one point too and had to climb all the way up there to get it.
What?
I'm pretty sure at the end he picks it up on the roof, if I remember correctly. Climb. That was a
For
tall
real.
building.
You had to go all the way to the roof of that building. You spent quite a bit of time looking for that drone.
Several more crashes. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Make sure you get your week 17 videos. Correct? No.
Yes.
Yes. Week 17
No,
video. 16 videos in by Friday. Week 17 video will be released tomorrow. Make sure you say happy birthday to Danny on Friday.
Hey, that's right. It's my birthday.
And other than that, we will see y'all on Saturday for the week 16 live stream.
Adios.